Welcome back to GoldenEye. Last time we caused some mayhem in the streets of St. Petersburg, and now we have caught up with Ormov, who has kidnapped Natalia somehow and taken her to the train depot here, which is also a sort of a hideout for the Janus group. So we are here to kind of shut that down as we pursue Ormov and Natalia. Now in the film, of course, Bond doesn't actually come to the depot. He just sees the train depart and then somehow manages to park his tank in front of the train, somehow beating it to wherever it was going. I'm not sure how that works, but never mind.
That is kind of impressive.
So Depot is a level that I quite enjoy on other difficulties and completely hate on 00 Agent.
00 Agent just in general sounds kind of miserable.
So one of the reasons why I hate Depot, well the main reason why I hate Depot on 00 Agent is that there is no body armor ever. And there's infinite guards.
That sounds awful.
And lots of warehouses do get lost in. Now I know where I'm going, so I'm not wasting too much time. But if you just run around for a long time, you just end up completely swarmed. I closed the door just in case this happens, so I can hear it when these guys try to ambush me.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, normally they don't open the doors, but normally they just kind of set up a firing squad outside the door in this level, but sometimes some random guard will open it. And that just completely throws me off and I usually die. So anyway, this is the sort of communications section of the hideout. And also, there is the biggest dick move, well maybe not the biggest dick move in the game, but absolutely top 3 at the very least. There's a ceiling-mounted automatic turret in that vague area I'm shooting.
Wow, that sounds awful.
Okay, come on. There we go. I had to activate it to see where it actually is. So now, we'll just try to hit the pixel that's jutting out, and there we go. Because if that hits you, you're kinda screwed. Because you can lose anything between like 2 bars of health to half your health in one shot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we just picked up the safe key, which is very important. You really would hate it if you reached the end of the level with the safe and then realized you forgot to pick up the key in this warehouse. That may have happened to me at some point.
That just sounds soul-crushing. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Not on this run, but I have had it happen in the past, I think. Yeah, this took me a lot more attempts than I like to admit, because I was trying to go through it too fast. And as we have kind of established, trying to rush things on 00 Agent is not going to work unless you're really good at the game, which I am demonstrably not. And yeah, there's like a whole army of guys outside. Now if I was an agent, I could just run out there and just take these guys out easily. They couldn't hit anything. Maybe they might like take off 1 or half a bar of my health, but that would be it. But if I ran there right now, I would get shredded.
Yeah, you are very mortal in this mode.
I think the ideal way to play this game, honestly, would be to... Oh, come on, that wasn't fine. There's a guy with, like... who's, like, dual-wielding the MP5s, and he just hit me from a mile away.
That's kind of impressive. Frustrating, but impressive.
Yeah, so I was about to say, probably the best way to play GoldenEye would be in 007 mode, with the enemy damage and health kinda toned down a bit, so it's more akin to Secret Agent or even between that and Agent. Actually, it would be really nice if it had like separate difficulty selections for the objectives and the actual combat.
Yeah, I feel like you could do something. Well, I mean, I guess that's what 007 mode is like, but having it be completely modular like that.
Yeah, but even then, 007 mode doesn't let you customize the objectives, you just get the ones from 00 Agent.
Fair enough.
Like, you can't, if for some reason you wanted to. That guy was standing in the middle of the highly explosive ammo dump, so good for him. You can't like have 00 Agent combat, but the Agent objectives or anything like that.
Actually, it might have been pretty neat, like if instead of making the objectives only appear based on your difficulty selection, you certain objectives are just made optional. The easier the game is.
Yeah, but I don't think they had invented that sort of system yet in 1997.
I feel like they could have done something like that. Like, you could still probably... What happens if you were to try to do something like the 00 Agent objectives on, like, Agent mode?
You can do them, but... Well, it doesn't really do anything. Oh, I'm not gonna use the rocket launcher here, that would be bad.
This seems like a poor idea for that. But yeah, like, I think...
That was a proximity mine. These idiots were standing right next to the door.
If you could do the objectives on, like, 00 Agent or Agent mode, I think they could have made them just appear on all difficulties and just flagged a couple of them as optional.
Yeah. You can do all of them, but you just don't get anything from it.
Yeah.
That is how it works currently. But it would be nice if the game actually said like, oh, you completed this optional thing.
Yeah, it would have been cool if like the game could reward you for doing the unnecessary objectives on easier difficulties.
Anyway, we have actually made it to the final building here. The sort of office, I guess, of the depot. With the safe, which you've hopefully remembered to bring the key for. To get the helicopter blueprints. Apparently Janus is planning to mass produce the pirate helicopter. Or the Tiger, it was in the movie. And we're done. You know, the worst part... Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just walking right into the middle of two dudes opening fire at you?
Yeah, I mean, you can engage those guys from the outside, but you don't get the cool cutscenes or whatever.
Fair enough.
Yes, I was about to say, the worst part of Depot is the fact that on Agent, there's 8 body armor pickups. Oh, whoa. Some slight glitching there, never mind. Yeah, 8 body armor pickups.
Damn.
I ran through the mission on Agent before I did this so I could remember where everything is and all that. I found 7 armor pickups. I'm not sure where the last one is. Maybe there's only 7, I don't know. But still, that's way too much for one level. Especially on Agent.
Yeah.
One of them is right next to the train. And speaking of trains, here's the next level. Train. I'm not sure why the train didn't just go when Ormov and Natalia showed up, but whatever. Let's just roll with it. Oh, this goddamn level, I swear. But maybe I'm just terrible at video games, but this is just... like, I like the idea of the level just fighting through the train. But... goddamn, there's so many places you can screw this up. Many of them in this first room or this first car. Because if you lose too much health here, you might as well start over.
Well, there's one bar.
Yep. And of course you're also standing next to explosive boxes, which are not as much as explosive barrels. But still, You get hurt if you're standing too next to that, too close to that when some idiot just shoot it.
Does that mean you could blow up the boxes and fuck up enemies like that?
Yeah, but they generally aren't close enough to them, so it doesn't really work out very well usually. Also,
okay.
those boxes stacked up behind us, these ones. On lower difficulties, those contain weapons. Or at least one of them does. On Agent, there's an RCP-90 in one of those boxes, which is pretty cool. On Secret Agent, I think it's a DD-44 pistol, which is also cool, but not as cool. And on Double O Agent, as you might have guessed, there's nothing.
Of course.
And so yeah, when you open this door, you just have to back out immediately and just kinda get to cover. Because there's this firing squad right behind the door. And their friends further back. Over here. Sometimes the guy to our right, this lad here, sometimes he comes to the first car. Like, I assume he gets alerted somehow by the gunfire, but he doesn't do it all the time, so I'm not sure why he only appears sometimes. So yeah, if you haven't mastered the N64 version's sort of quasi-cover system, or like popping in and out of cover like in Time Crisis or something, if you haven't learned that, this is where you will learn, or you will die. Many, many times.
Yeah, we were talking before we started recording this earlier in the day, and you mentioned how like this is where you had to learn how to do the cover stuff.
Yeah, I haven't really had to do it before.
I can understand why now.
Because in the previous levels, you kinda have been able to just muddle through with the vague suggestion of auto-aim. But here it's just not happening. Oh, hello there, sir.
He was ready for you.
There's a whole bunch of lads in this car. Apparently they're kinda shy, so they are not coming over here. Goddamn automatic doors.
These are some really good doors for how much bullets they can take.
These guys are so eager to meet the famous James Bond 007 that they can't quite figure out who should go first. Yeah, Alec must have been telling them some stories, so they're all like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, James Bond.
No, I want his autograph. I want his autograph. Me first, me first.
No, I want to get shot by him first. Also, there's a guy behind this door. That's a bathroom. I'm trying to get him to open it. Because usually he opens it when you reach like the halfway point of this corridor. But not now. So I'm like, any day now.
Just let him do his business, man. He had a lot to eat last night. I don't think literally scaring the shit out of him is gonna help.
Okay, here it comes. Usually he just gets out of there pretty quick. You don't have to go that far. I didn't want to go too far because I was afraid he would manage to get a couple of shots in.
Oh, and he locked the door to the bathroom behind him? That's rude.
He got what he deserved. Okay, we got more boys coming in.
I feel like in a more modern game, like you would have grenades at the ready, and they would be great for this level.
Yes, but this is an old Rareware game, and this is the company that brought us Battletoads.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if we had, I was gonna say, if we had a more modern version of GoldenEye that we could, you'd probably be given grenades or some kind of, or more proximity mines or something.
Well, there's always GoldenEye Reloaded.
I was about to, I paused because I remembered that there is a more modern GoldenEye.
Yeah, honestly, I think 00 Agent is just kinda rare. Looking at you and being like, Oh, you beat the game on Agent and Secret Agent. Oh, you thought you were hot. Guess what? You're not. And just kinda throwing everything at you to stop you. I'm sounding super negative here. I'm really not meaning to, but I was very annoyed when I played this. Like, I haven't beaten Doom on Nightmare or even really got very far on Nightmare. I have beaten all 4 episodes of original Doom, the Ultimate Doom, on Ultraviolence. And this is probably... Yeah, this is a lot harder, I think, than episode 4 of Doom on Ultraviolence. Just Double Agent in general, that is.
Yeah. Oh man, you shot his head off.
Yeah, I tend to do that, instead of hitting anything important. I am quite surprised I didn't get killed in all of that. And when you approach this door, those 3 guys show up.
Yeah, honestly, I'm also a little surprised that, like, you came out of that basically unscathed.
Well, not for very long, I don't think. So I decided I should try pistol sniping, which has worked pretty well until now. But maybe not such a good idea when there's 2 guys with a total of 4 submachine Uzis. So let's just spray and pray ourselves, I think.
That seemed to work. Oh, nope, you missed a guy. I thought that guy died.
Yeah, so did I. That's where I got hit. I do kind of like I do really like the destructible environments. Well, at least what passed for those in 1997.
I mean,
it's really cool.
They're primitive by today's standards, but, you know, for 97, like, it's genuinely really cool.
The dev team was apparently quite into John Woo films at the time, and it kinda shows. And here we have our last break unit, which will spawn these guys. Now Trevelyan does have more to say, but never mind, because we have to shoot Ormov and Xenia, that's important. Alec has more dialogue, but we don't have time to listen to it. And when you get too close, he will just stop talking anyway. It's just basic Bond villain stuff. Oh, do you choose the mission or do you choose the girl? That sort of thing.
Right.
And if you wait too long, then Ormov will just shoot Natalia, so I really did not want that to happen. Because I don't remember how long that shit takes. Yeah, Alec, I'm kind of way ahead of you there. You can actually just do that whole thing while Trevelyan is talking, before you even rescue Natalia. That's a speedrun strat. Now the reason why we shot Xenia was to get I think that's 15 or 20 extra seconds for this objective. This one. I'm not sure why she has to crack the password, even though we already found out where the evil base is, but whatever.
Yeah, that's... Huh. I don't know what that would be for.
Speedrun strats.
Hell yeah!
Now I actually thought that this would also... Because I swear I read somewhere that looking at the ground would also make enemies less likely to hit you, because there are guys behind us and they will hit you from there. But apparently that is not the case, and I was just doing speedrun strats for no real reason, but it worked, so I'll take it. Yeah, that was
Nice
a
accuracy.
bit of a relief to finally be... Very nice. Yes, that is quite nice indeed. I'm not sure why I did the world's worst Sean Connery impression there, but... But yeah, next time we will start the final chapter of the main story.
And now for extras.
Yep, we got some extras. So first off, let's show you what happens if we don't respect the drone gun.
Jesus, that does so much, yeah.
I think it got a headshot there because it normally doesn't do that much. At this point I just stopped caring and just let it kill me. Yeah, pretty much as soon as I got shot and lost half my health, it was like, okay, whatever. So then let's see how we can screw this up. Now we could do it by just, well, walking forward at this point. But we could also have Ormov do the world's slowest death animation and block our aim so we can't hit Xenia, and therefore not get the extra seconds we need.
Oh no.
Like, that's some real horseshit, I'm not gonna mince words there.
Yeah.
Now there are some speedrun strats I believe that you can still kinda salvage this with, but I'm not sure how to pull those off. So I figured, I'll at least just show off what happens.
So basically, you got screwed by RNG on this run. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, we have way less time this time. Any day now, Natalia.
Any second now.
Hurry up. Yeah, so I just failed the mission, but it doesn't matter. Because we got the #1 sniper in Russia there, on the other side of the map.
Holy shit.
And he did that with an SMG as well, so props to him.
Yeah, good job. Like, that's horseshit, but wow, that's some sniping.
Yeah, I had failed the mission anyway at that point, so it was like whatever. It was more funny at that point.